మనం అదిరిపోయే బట్టలు వేసుకొని కిరాకున్నావు మామా. చాందా 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 బోల్ రే. క్వాలిటీ బెస్ట్, బెస్టర్, బెస్టెస్ట్, రేట్ తక్కువ తక్కువ తక్కువెస్ట్. పండగ కాకపోయినా KLM లో ప్రతిరోజు పండగే. 365 days ఆఫర్స్.
హాయ్ ఎవ్రీబడి, వి ఈట్ సినిమా, డ్రింక్ సినిమా, స్లీప్ సినిమా. మనం నిజంగా సినిమా పిచ్చోళ్ళం. సినిమా అంటే అంత ఇష్టం. సినిమా హీరోలు, హీరోయిన్స్ అందరూ అంటే ఇంకా చాలా చాలా ఇష్టం. అదే మెగా ఫ్యామిలీ అంటే ఇంకా బోల్డ్ అంత ఇష్టం. మెగా సిస్టరు, మెగా కజిన్, ఇప్పుడు మెగా అత్త అయిపోయిన మన నిహారిక కొణిదెల ఈరోజు మన స్పెషల్ గెస్ట్. వెల్కమ్.
Hi, thank you.
హలో మెగా అత్త, హౌ ఆర్ యూ?
I'm good.
కంగ్రాచులేషన్స్.
Thank you.
సో ఎలా ఉంది ఇంట్లో అట్మాస్ఫియర్? ఏంటి సంగతి? అత్త అత్త ఫీలింగ్. యు ఆర్ ప్రమోటెడ్ నౌ బ్రో.
To Atta?
యా
Yeah. Now I'm not the youngest in my house.
కదా, వీడు
ఇప్పుడు నన్ను ఎవరు గారాబం చేయరు, మా నాన్న చేస్తారు. But one significant change that I saw is ఇప్పుడు నాకు లాస్ట్ whatever వాడు పుట్టినప్పటి నుంచి నాకు ఎవరు పనులు చెప్తలేరు. Because I'm only holding him. Otherwise, they're like, Neha, can you get me a glass of water? Neha, can you do this? But now there's nothing. I'm like, sorry, I'm on Atta duty.
అసలు ఎలా ఉండింది?
Very excited. I was very emotional because I know నాకన్నా age లో పెద్ద, he's my elder brother, but still I always whenever నేను అన్న చిన్నప్పుడు photos చూసినప్పుడు, like when he was like a baby 1 year, I used to tell my mom, I wish I could go back in time and do something and meet this baby because he was too cute, like chumpy laddu he was. So I was like, Appa, I wish I could meet him. Now I feel like I can do that because this baby looks like he has the best parts of my brother and Lavanya. So he's like the best of both of them.
సూపర్. అంటే రేపు పొద్దున నిహారిక ప్రొడక్షన్ లో యాక్టర్, హీరోగా కాస్టింగ్ అని ఫ్యూచర్ సినిమా నాకు కనిపిస్తుంది.
If he wants to become an actor, then I'm definitely going to do it. Yeah.
రైట్, అందరికి మెగాస్టార్ ఫ్యామిలీ అంటూ ఉంటారు కదా. ఇంట్లో మీకు బ్యాగేజ్ అన్నదా లేకపోతే ఇట్స్ క్రెడిటా?
We are without name tags in the house actually. Ante daddy ఉంటుంది obviously.
Yeah,
All the
yeah.
elders they have, but amongst cousins we are very like tinu maakana chinna, their career we don't have to ask about. It's not like that. No matter how elder they are or how experienced they are, they're equally interested in what's happening. Ma career lo emutundi, how's your work going, and edo adagali kada ani adagaru kuda. They really want to know. We are a very involved family. Involved with each other on all levels. Like emotionally, physically, we like motivate everyone to work out.
అందరికి ఒక కామన్ జిమ్ ఉండి అందరూ కలిసి వర్కౌట్ చేస్తే ఇంకా బాగుండేది కదా.
No, I don't know if you guys saw the picture of Charananna, Tej Baba and my brother. They all work out together in their gym.
అందరికి ఆబ్వియస్లీ కదా, ఇంత ఫ్యామిలీలో డయట్ యూ టేక్ కేర్, వర్కౌట్ యూ టేక్
No,
కేర్.
we all equally eat. If you come to our daddy's house on Sundays,
ఫుల్
huge spread.
ఫుల్ భోజన ప్రియులు రాదంటారు.
Yeah.
మెగాస్టార్ గారి కుకింగ్ అలవాటు ఎప్పటి నుంచి స్టార్ట్ అయింది అసలు? ఈ వంట చేయడం అండ్ ఆయన చేపల పులుసు కానీ.
I don't know when it started for him, but daddy చేసి నేను ఫస్ట్ తినింది I think it's the dosa, steamed dosa.
యా, దట్ చిరంజీవి దోశ,
Yeah.
వెరీ వెరీ ఫేమస్.
It was such a flex whenever I went to chutneys. College లో మా ఫ్రెండ్స్ తో వెళ్ళినప్పుడు చాలా నాకు ఒక చిరంజీవి దోశ అని చెప్పేది. My friends, what is that? My uncle has a dosa on his name. Okay, that was my flex in school. College కూడా at school. Yeah.
యు లవ్ కుకింగ్.
Yeah.
ఒకవేళ నేను చెప్పా చేయకుండా మీ ఇంటికి వచ్చేసాను అనుకో, వాట్ ఈస్ దట్ సిగ్నేచర్ డిష్?
అంటే ఇప్పుడు వస్తుంటే కనుక నా డైట్ ఫుడ్ తప్పే ఉండదు. మా ఇంటికి ఎవరు వచ్చినా కూడా దే ఆర్ ఐదర్ గెటింగ్ దేర్ ఓన్ ఫుడ్ ఆర్ దేర్ లైక్ స్విగ్గీ. బికాస్ there's not, I mean, diet food is good food only. మనం నేను తినేదే, I mean, like eggs and chicken, little bit like diet biryani and all of that, but రకాలు ఎక్కువ ఉండవు ఎందుకంటే నేను రోజు ఒకటే తింటా. సేమ్ బ్రేక్ఫాస్ట్, సేమ్ లంచ్ అండ్ సేమ్ డిన్నర్.
అదే నా సిగ్నేచర్ డిష్.
అంతే. ఐ విల్ మేక్ మై స్మూదీ లైక్ మై బ్లూబెర్రీ బనానా. ఇట్స్ వెరీ టేస్టీ.
ఫ్యూ మంత్స్ నుంచి యు బికమ్ సో ఫిట్, యు లుకింగ్ జిమ్ ఫ్రీక్ అయిపోయి. సో ఏంటి, వాట్ వాస్ దట్ బిహైండ్ దిస్ ఎంటైర్ ట్రాన్స్ఫర్మేషన్?
I crossed that weight limit that I never saw on the weighing scale. I was like, okay, what should I do? Fast ga tagalam kabatti, like I started and I realized that it's a journey. You can't immediately lose weight drastically. So I wanted to lose weight and become fitter basically in a holistic way. So that's why I do it every day. Like it's like a part of my life now. It's not like, oh, I'll only do gym samagant varaku fit ayent varaku dan tarvata aapestanan ledu. It's become part of my lifestyle. Why ante I realized that a lot of people think that na life manchiga set ayin tarvata nenu happy ga untanu. Appudu nenu happy ga untanu kabatti I'll go to the gym and I'll become more fit. That's not the cycle. You first నీ చేతిలో ఏముంటుంది ప్రస్తుతానికి. Your body is the only thing that's in your hands right now. You don't have to do some expensive and fantastic grand diets and jayakal. You can just eat consciously and work out, be fit. So when you do that, when you start with your body, frankly, your mind becomes more clearer. And when your mind is clear, you'll have clean thoughts. Clean thoughts lead to like good life. So I feel like that was the cycle that worked for me. A lot of people, even I thought, ఏబ్బా ఇప్పుడు ఏం లేవు కదా, ఏం మూవీస్ ఏం లేవు కదా, there's no events, nothing, why do I have to work out? But it doesn't work that way. అలా ఉంటే my life also become very lethargic. So I started working on myself and then
ఎలా ఉంటుంది ఈ షెడ్యూల్ అసలు పొద్దు నుంచి రాత్రి వరకు?
I wake up very early, around 5. I wake up at 5. I go to the gym between 5:40 to 6. I go to the gym. After gym, I'll come back. I have a very long morning routine, night routine. Padukune mundu. That's it. I drink my inflammation one, ginger, turmeric, some shot. Okay, I started reading in January. I never read in my life. Textbook lo chadaladu nenu. Somewhere I felt like there's something that changed in my life in this beginning of this year. And it could be the success of Committee Kurallu. So I started reading, and in the last few months, I read like 6 books. My dad's like, na kooturedi, em chesavu nuvevaru? Because my dad always asked me to read books because he's such a big, biblio something. So I started reading, and then just I do a little prayer every day just to center myself. That's it. Office, work, friends.
ఎందుకు ఫ్రెండ్స్ అంత ఇంపార్టెంట్?
Not just friends. I make sure I meet my family at least once in 2 days because I live separately now. And my core of my life is my center is my family, especially these 4 people. 5 now. Now 5 people. So I make sure I go because I feel like I can be anything in front of them. Na stress immediate ga pochudi. I don't think about anything when I'm with family or my friends. And I have a very close circle. Basically, I know a lot of people. Over in my life, I had a change. I had so many friends groups. And I've met so many people. So do I know someone? I do. I'm sure I know a lot of people because I was born and brought up in Hyderabad. My entire life was here. I know everyone, but I don't know if I'll count everyone in my friend circle. I have a very tight friends group. So I make sure I'm...
Who's your 3 a.m. friend?
I sleep at 10 o'clock. Name ఎవరి 3 a.m. friend kada. Adaithe నాకు తెలుసు because my phone will be on silent. You know this meme that says, my friend goes like, I'll always be there for you, Ra. Call me whenever. I'm just one phone call away. And then when you call, they're like sleeping. I am that friend. Because I put my phone on do not disturb when I sleep. So na calls వచ్చి నేను ఎత్తట్లేదని కదా, నాకు రావు. వద్దు, నాకు ఎవడు చేయకండి.
What is that silly thing you do?
Silly thing? So all of us, I mean, the 4 girls that we are, all of us are comfortable in front of the camera because 2 of them were in YouTube and correct. And my other friend, she is also quite comfortable in front of the camera now. So we're all comfortable with the camera, but when suddenly we're like, okay, one of us will be like, okay, let's do this reel. Everyone will freeze. Angel Chapra, we don't know. So I think when we do these funny, stupid, brainless reels is when we have the most fun because we do at least some 30-40 takes.
Off late Hyderabad lo putti perigi. What do you like in Hyderabad?
Ammo, నేను ఇంకెక్కడ ఉండలేనేమో హైదరాబాద్. You can drop me anywhere in Film Nagar because I was not even Hyderabad. I was born and brought up in Film Nagar because that's where our house were. I was born in Film Nagar Apollo. దాని వెనకాల was my school. దాని వెనకాల was my house.
అదే ప్రపంచం.
Yeah. నేను డిగ్రీ అప్పుడు కూడా I wanted to do Viscom in Chennai. My dad's like, విస్కామ్ ఉందా హైదరాబాద్ లో? లైక్ లేదు, అందుకే చెన్నై వెళ్తున్నా. హీస్ లైక్ వద్దు, హైదరాబాద్ లేదంటే అది చెయ్యి. సో ఇట్స్ లైక్ దాట్ మై డాడ్. So I lived here only. What do I love? I like Hyderabad food. It's very. I tried food in a lot of places. Obviously, I traveled around India. I love Hyderabad food.
బట్ ఇప్పుడు కాదు, యూఆర్ నాట్ హ్యావింగ్ మచ్ ఆఫ్ హైదరాబాద్
తింటాను నేను. I do give myself treats.
చీట్ డే.
Not cheat day. అంటే if you offer me something, I'll definitely eat. Because
No.
నాకు ఇక్కడ తినాలని ఉందనుకోండి, I'll be very sad here. So నాకు తినాలనిపిస్తే 1 piece, 2 piece I'll eat. I won't hog.
సో హైదరాబాదీ ఫుడ్స్ లో యూ లైక్ వాట్?
I like bun maska from Nilofer. I love it.
ఎనీ డే.
I realized it. I discovered it very late in my life. Guess when? 2 years back.
అది ఎప్పుడుతో
Exactly.
కాన్సెప్ట్ ఆఫ్ బన్ మస్కా.
Exactly. 2, probably not 2, probably like 4 years back. సెపరేట్ గా తినేస్తా ఒక 2.
ఈజీగా వెళ్ళిపోతాయి కదా.
ఈజీగా.
అదేంటో మ్యాజిక్ కదా బన్ మస్కాలో. మళ్ళీ
Yeah.
వెయిట్ లాంటివి చూసుకోకూడదు, క్యాలరీస్ కౌంట్ చేయకూడదు.
ఏం లేదు, జిమ్ కి వెళ్ళి ఉరకడం అంతే, పోకరిలో మహేష్ బాబు గారి లాగా.
టెల్ మీ అబౌట్ యువర్ వర్క్అవుట్. ఏంటి అసలు ఈ జిమ్ ఫ్రీ కావాలంటే ఇస్ దేర్ ఎనీ మూవ్ ఇన్స్టెంట్లీ టు లిఫ్ట్ యు అప్?
మ్యూజిక్.
Hmm.
యా, ఐ యామ్ దట్ పర్సన్. మ్యూజిక్ హెడ్ ఫోన్స్ పెట్టుకుంటా. ఐ ఓన్లీ లిసన్ టు మై ట్రైనర్.
ఎవరి మాట
అసలు, and he doesn't like it when you listen to music, so he's like, remove one AirPod and listen to me. So I listen to music proper, and don't think I listen to like hardcore workout music. I listen to Mani Sharma gar songs. Mani Sharma and DSP, ఈ సాంగ్స్ వింటాను.
తెలుగు ప్రొడ్యూసర్ అంటే ట్రూ టు కోర్ అనిపిస్తుంది మాకు. వాట్ యు డూ? కార్డియోనా, స్ట్రెంత్?
Everything. I do everything.
బట్
I do dance also in the gym. Randomly sets మధ్యలో I'll be dancing the hook step of the song. My trainer will be like, ఎందుకు వస్తుంది పిల్ల జిమ్ కి?
ఈ పిల్ల ఇంత పెద్ద ప్రొడ్యూసర్ అయిపోయింది ఇప్పుడు. మన తెలుగు సినిమా ఇండస్ట్రీలో కొంచెం మేల్ డామినేటెడ్ ప్రొడ్యూసర్స్ అలా ఉన్న దానిలో అమ్మాయిలకి కష్టమా నిజంగా?
Actually, I feel like women are more cutthroat as bosses. So it's difficult for men to actually work with a women boss. We are very cutthroat. We don't have. I feel like I am. And when I meet Supriya Akka or when I meet Swapna Akka, I feel like the boss woman or my sister Sushmita. I learn so much from them every day. They'll think, oh, papa soft corner, soft ga deal cheyalemo. If they're actually sitting in the boss's seat, they're very, very.
అంటే ఇప్పుడు మన మదర్స్ ఎంత బాగా మేనేజ్ చేస్తారు ఇల్లు, లైక్ దే డూ ఆల్ ద కటింగ్ అండ్ ఆల్. ప్రొడ్యూసర్ గా ఉన్నప్పుడు ఆ రోల్ లో బాగా ఫిట్ అయిపోతారంట.
Yeah, and I feel like I'm not telling gender wise, but as far as I have seen, I feel like women are very good at multitasking. Suddenly director comes, music director comes, DOP comes, okay, we can deal with everyone. I'm not saying men are not, but I'm just saying నేను చూసినంత వరకు we are.
ప్రొడ్యూసర్ గా మారడం పర్స్పెక్టివ్ మార్చేస్తుందా యాక్టింగ్ మీద?
Producer to actor change kana, like actor to producer, the perspective changed a lot. Me as an actor, especially for women who are not doing like maybe female oriented when everything's on you, ala kaakunda when you're just like a main part of the film or something, I don't think you have to think about too many things. You think about if you're making the director happy, if he's happy with your performance, if you look good and you are giving it your all. That is the only thing, that you're in that bubble, you only think about that. Right? How do I promote the film tomorrow? Are people really going to like me? That's the bubble that you'll be in. But as a producer, it's so vast that you have to think about so many things. What the heroine thinks also you have to think. Obviously. Is the director stressing them too much? Is he really taking all their potential? Like, nijanga, is he really happy with that take, or is he just doing because he or she is tired, the director? Or how am I going to sell this film? Correct ga script lo unnadi teestunara? They're doing something else. Did the actors come on time? Did the teams come on time? Did the drivers come on time? So I feel like your brain is more worked up as a producer, obviously, rather than an actor. But perspective change on, obviously, more respect to producers. I've always had that. It's just that there was one series that I've acted and produced. 6 p.m. varku call sheet. And I was doing the scene. It was my scene. I was acting. My friend was directing it. It was 5:45. The scene was not finished. So he said, Neha, if you're not doing it faster, if you don't get an okay take, we might have to prolong the shoot. The biggest war that ever happened inside me with a producer and an actor. I'm like, creative guy, I need to perform. as a producer, I'm like 7 minutes, 8 minutes,
Yeah.
running in my head. So that was very complicated for me back then because I didn't have any experience, or
Hmm.
I didn't have a team back then. I didn't have a strong production team. But yeah, more respect to producers, especially when I came from an actor. This thing.
It will give మంచి కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ కదా, మంచి కిక్ ఇస్తుంది కదా వెన్.
Of course,
సో
success gives you a big hit, even like recognition. Like, it's like a pat on your back. Especially when you do a film like Committee, where no one believed in it, where it went through like 6 production houses and everyone said it's not going to work out, but somehow God's grace it landed on me. I don't know what I saw in it, but I saw in it and I believed in it and I did it. So it's all the cosmic connection.
కపుల్ ఆఫ్ మూవీస్ హిట్ అయ్యాయి అండ్ రాబోతున్నాయి మంచి సినిమాలు యు ఆర్ ప్రొడ్యూసింగ్. సో హౌ హెస్ లైఫ్ చేంజ్ బికమ్ అ ప్రాపర్ బిజినెస్ ఉమెన్, ప్రాపర్ ప్రొడ్యూసర్?
The one thing that I always, it's like a rule for myself, is to have balance. Like, work hard and play hard. I never, well, my most favorite part of myself is the child in me, my inner child. I always want to keep her alive. So, the 100% I make sure, no matter how hard life hits me, I try to protect her first. Definitely there is learning experiences. Life throws us so many curveballs. We do get hit, we do fall down, we do get up, we do learn from it. But it's all been a very, like, I wouldn't have been myself na life lo. Whatever happened, I wouldn't be here. So I'm very thankful for everything that happened to me. I just fell in love with movies more and more. This is what happened after Committee Kurala Success. I realized that, okay, I'm good at this. So let me just do. And correct gaane chesanu kada, same chestanu nenu malli. So it's that. So for me it was that. Definitely I learned a lot when it came to ఇప్పుడు వరకు నేను చేసా వెబ్ సిరీస్ అవన్నీ చేసా. We didn't have to deal with like distributors or theaters and all of that. I learned all of that. I didn't have a teacher. I had to do all trial and error. Worked for me luckily.
బట్ ఈ ప్రొడ్యూసర్ గారితో పనిచేయడం చాలా కష్టం అండి అని అన్నారు ఎవరైనా?
నేను వెబ్ సిరీస్ చేసేటప్పుడు అన్నారు. When I used to do web series, they used to be like, because I used to be this producer, because at that time because it was small and it was all budget constraint lo undindi kada. I used to be that producer in the corner, like, okay, next shot. I didn't realize how irritating that was for the crew. Like, okay, endukanta time ee frame nunchi aa frame marchadaniki, like, do it fast. I used to do that. So that time people were, my God, why is she? I'm like, if I have to make like 2.5 hour content in like 7 days, of course it is difficult. Of course I'm going to run behind you. They used to tell that. No, now everyone loves me.
మంచి కథని చూస్ చేసుకుంటారు ప్రొడ్యూసర్స్ అంటారు కదా. కథ బలం ఉంటేనే హిట్ అవుతుంది అని నమ్మే ప్రొడ్యూసర్స్ ఉన్నారు మన తెలుగు సినిమా ఇండస్ట్రీలో. దిల్ రాజు గారు. సో వాట్ డిడ్ యూ లెర్న్ యాజ్ అ ప్రొడ్యూసర్? ఏం టాక్టిక్స్ ఉండాలి?
As of now, I feel like we have so much happening in our real life, like in our lives. So much bada, so much problems, complications, all of that. So I feel like when you come to the theater, you should just forget about reality for those 2 hours and then get immersed into what is there, what's happening on screen. Then come out and say, okay, 150 waste gale. I had fun. To give that kind of an experience, there are different ways. Definitely, you can do over-the-top films like KGF, Pushpa, all of that. All characters manam relate avvam, but still it's so like huge that you are immersed into another world, like Kalki, all of this, you are going into another world. So that will be like a imaginative, idi manam chinappudu comics and kadalu ala untai kabatti, that is one way to attract audience. You can do something that's relatable, where you're looking at the screen and you'll be like, that's me. Or tell your friend, oh, that's you, that's us. That's another relatable. And comedy always goes. There's so many, every genre, obviously it is a genre. It does have those hits in that specific genres for a reason. But I feel like there are many ways to do that. It's just that you don't take your audience for granted. Like a comedy cinema hit అయిపోతే అలా ఉంటే చాలు, చూసేస్తారంటే చూడు, because audience are not predictable. They're very unpredictable. So when I look back, right, when I look at Chiranjeevi Garu movies, mostly because I saw Chiranjeevi Garu's movies, what a diverse characters and storytelling and worlds they built. Swayam Krushi, one Kaidi. I'm like, bro.
Mm.
Suddenly one Sri Manjunatha. It's so diverse. I feel like that much diversity we don't have. If suppose in a year low, if you know, like a film like Jatratnalu did really well.
Mm.
We know how many films like Jatratnalu came in the next few months or the next,
Yes.
you know, in the following year, because you feel like that's what audience are liking. Let's do it. But Andulo, not everything was
Correct.
successful. So that's why I'm saying formula and batti health. I don't think it will. You need to understand. You need to be genuine to your craft
Mm.
and do. I'll fool చేద్దాం, I'll maya చేద్దాం అంటే అవ్వదు.
అలా ఈ మధ్య నచ్చిన సినిమా ఏంటి?
I enjoyed Mirai. It was good.
Mirai,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Mhm.
I like fantasy. I enjoyed
I know.
fantasy. So
బాహుబలితో కంపేర్ చేశారు కొంతమంది. మిరాయ్ మిరాయ్ వావ్ వావ్ అని
no,
చెప్పి.
it was good.
ఐ లైక్ లిటిల్ హార్ట్స్ యాక్చువల్లీ.
I didn't watch it. I really
Oh,
like. I really like
Cute
Mowgli.
and very nice,
Yeah,
and the way
yeah,
they did
yeah, I
it,
want
Rajiv
to.
did great. Mauli was very very
Yeah,
sweet.
sure.
చాలా బాగుండింది.
That's in my like my top of my list right now.
OTT, what do you think? ఎలా ఉంది మన OTT, and you seeing it as an audience, what do you think and where is it going?
I'm not so impressed.
Okay, ఎందుకు?
They're just going behind names and faces. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like, oh, these are the top 10. We'll just do with them, and automatically it'll turn heads. It'll definitely turn heads.
Hmm.
100% it'll turn heads. You're casting like young actors or like sensation actors and all of that. 100% heads at the turn out there. But they will see the content, right? And they will tell you that it's not up to the mark, and they are going to hate the creators. They will see. There's so many that I saw in the recent times that I did not like. There, which which turned my head also. I was like, whoa, interesting casting. Interesting trailer, but there's nothing global dollar. Recent OTT content that I really liked, Maya Sabha.
Hmm.
It was very well made. I think they put a lot of thought into the story and everything. So it was good.
ప్రొడ్యూసర్స్ కి చాలా మంది వచ్చి నరేషన్స్ వినిపిస్తూ ఉంటారు కదా. వాట్ డూ యూ ఫోకస్ ఆన్ వెన్ స్టోరీ ఇస్ నరేటెడ్?
My primary focus is the confidence of the director who's narrating, the writer or the director. I want to see how much he owned the script. So I like it when they don't read, but they're narrating, when they know everything. That depends on how confident, how well they know this. Paina, this is what I first see is the confidence of that person. Like, I know my stuff. Annattu vastaru kada. I actually like it because I feel like, good. Now I am going to listen, you tell me. Because narration వచ్చినప్పుడు నేను చేసేది ఏం లేదు, వాళ్ళే చెప్పాలి. You know, they have to convince me, which means they have more work. Which means they have more work to do. So they're already really, worked up in their head. So I'm like, I leave it to them. I don't talk much or anything. So the other thing that I see is every scene there has to be some movement in the script. No, it just can't be stagnant. Which means they would put that scene to satisfy their inner writer, even though it's not doing anything to the story. You know, either magic చూపించడానికి or to, just. So I would ask, so why this scene? Because last scene and this scene, there's nothing happening differently. Why are we doing this scene? So he would tell me a backstory. Most of the time, it is a director would come and tell me, a director or writer, they would tell me a real life incident that happened. They'd be like, this happened in this uru or in my life or whenever. That's why I put it. So it's coming from a very personal experience that they're putting it in the story, not that the story actually needs it at that point.
Correct.
They have that obviously, and most of the directors that I've worked with, I've listened to, and all of them are first timers. So all of them, for them, they're like so excited. Na kunna whatever 20 or 30 years of knowledge or experience or life I want to show in my first film. On the contrary, that is what is beautiful. The rawness of it. Na Kamtikura, the reason it worked is because it was Vamshi's life. But how he showed, there's no one waste scene in Committee. The story keeps progressing. So I see the progression of the story. And no messages, not too many messages, not in your face message.
Fresh talent, debut directors తో చేయాలి and multiple times you were telling. So what would you look in them?
Actually, the same thing that I told you that I do with scripts. I want them to be confident. Very confident. I want them to walk in confident. There is a line between confident and overconfidence, and I feel like I can make it out. So you have to be confident enough. Me script meek deliyali. And when you ask them for certain changes, everyone will say, yeah, I'll change it just to make the producer happy. Okay, this is one type. The other type, they'll say, I won't do anything. This is me, take it or leave it. That is also this. You need to consider as a producer standpoint our inputs also, because we've done or we've seen or we know how it works here. So somewhere finding the middle ground. I don't like this, I don't like these people. I like people who have a middle ground.
Being in megastar family, eat cinema, drink cinema, sleep cinema, there's so much content you observed.
Mm.
సో ఇప్పుడు ప్రొడ్యూసర్గా ఆల్ దిస్ ఒక లెర్నింగ్ లెసన్ అండ్ చిరంజీవి గారు వి ఆల్ లుక్ అప్ టు ఆబ్వియస్లీ ఎప్పుడైనా చెప్తారా కూర్చోబెట్టి లైక్ డూ దిస్ డోంట్ డూ దిస్ లాంటివి ఏమైనా ఉంటాయా?
I realize that the best masters are the people who don't sit and tell you something. You just observe them, you see them, and you can learn so much from them. కూర్చోబెట్టి ఇది నాకున్న నాలెడ్జ్ ఇది నువ్వు తీసుకో అంటే ఐ డోంట్ వాంట్ టు లిసన్ టు దెమ్. అండ్ డాడీ నెవర్ డిడ్ దట్. చిరంజీవి గారు నెవర్ డిడ్ దట్. At least to me. He is someone that I really look up to, and the one instant thing that I picked from him is discipline. And discipline not so that someone else will appreciate you, for yourself.
పవర్ స్టార్ అండ్ గెలిచిన తర్వాత ఇంటికి వచ్చారు మెగాస్టార్ గారి కాళ్ళ మీద పడి వాట్ ఆల్ వెంట్ త్రూ ఆ టైంలో?
Actually, for us, it was happening in slow motion. From me, when I'm seeing the flowers and however they edited in the video, it happened to me like that in real life, like slow motion in real life. Actually, it was very personal. The entire thing that happened, Babai coming, um, when he took blessings with Daddy or Nanamma and all, it was very personal. I felt like um, very warm and very like, this is what matters by the end of the day, right? Whatever happens outside, when you have a family that was rooting for you, inti kanakkochesarki they are there for you, and that is what gives you the strength to go out and fight the way that he did.
రామ్ చరణ్ ఒకసారి ఇట్లాగే మాట్లాడుతుంటే ఈ సెడ్ వాట్ మోటివేట్స్ యూ అంటే ఒక మెగాస్టార్ ఇంట్లో ఉంటే ఇంకా మోటివేషన్ ఏంటి 4-5 o'clock లేచి చరణ్ అంటారు డాడీ అని పరిగెత్తుకుంటూ వస్తాను నేను ఎక్కడ ఉన్నావు అని అడగగానే జిమ్ లో ఉన్నాను డాడీ. సో ఆ వాయిస్ అంత గంభీరమా, అందరికి రెస్పెక్ట్ తో కూడిన భయంతో కూడిన భక్తి?
Yeah, second చెప్పారు అది. It's not, Daddy never does something or says something to feel like that. It's who he is. And the respect that we have, and మేము చిన్నప్పటి నుంచి ఆయన చూస్తున్నాము. మా లైఫ్ లో ఆయన మేము పెట్టిన ప్లేస్ ఇస్ వాట్ రిఫ్లెక్ట్స్ ఆన్ హౌ we see him or how he is with us.
సో బీయింగ్ ద ఫౌండర్ ఆఫ్ పింక్ ఎలిఫెంట్ పిక్చర్స్ ఏంటి విజన్ ఏంటి?
When on a poster, when they see Pink Elephant Pictures name, they should be like, I don't care who the hero is, I don't care who the heroine is, I don't care who the director is. Pink Elephant produced it, it is going to be a great film. Because my vision is so concrete, luckily I have a way. Naku ekkadiki destination telusu kabatti, to reach it I know my way. But definitely how many obstructions are going to come, and the falling, and walking, కుంటుకుంటూ వెళ్ళడం, పాక్కుంటూ వెళ్ళడం, but eventually just reach there. Definitely it's a lot of work.
యా అప్పటికి ఇప్పటికి ఏం మారిందత్త అన్న డైలాగ్ తీసుకుంటే
వాడు నన్ను అడుగుతాడా రేపు?
ఖచ్చితంగా అడుగుతాడు. అత్త ఇప్పుడు అప్పుడు ప్రొడ్యూసర్స్ కి ఇప్పటికి ఏం మారింది అని అడిగితే వాట్ విల్ యూ సే?
And to be very honest, I'm not the right person to answer this because I only came now.
Because you are this Gen Z producer kada.
So I can tell you how it is now, but I can't tell how Ashmidat uncle or KL Narayana garu or K.S. Ramarao garu, I don't know how all these people worked. I didn't know how they worked.
Okay.
Only నేను చూసిన producers
Your
are
dad.
Dilraj garu, Arvind Mama, my dad. I saw only these people work. Adi kuda when I was younger. Now I can clearly see how Swapnaka works, how Dilraj garu works even now.
Women producer అనగానే మన ఇండియాలో కానీ మన తెలుగు సినిమా ఇండస్ట్రీలో who's your idol?
I like the films that Tiger Baby makes. Yeah. I like the films that they make. I think very entertaining. She's not trying to give you bhashan. Even if she does, it's very undercurrent. Family కలిసి ఉండాలి, అంత స్ట్రెస్ పెట్టుకోకూడదు, అన్ని మాట్లాడుకోండి అని చెప్పి she made a film, but it's not on your face. I like films. I love Swapnaka's movies. But I think she has amazing taste. As Swapnaka and Priyanka, I think they have brilliant taste.
How do you see Telugu cinema? ఇప్పుడు గ్లోబల్ గా ఇంత ప్లాట్ఫామ్.
For someone who put our Telugu cinema on the global map is Rajmouli garu. I don't know how thankful we should be as an industry to someone, for him for doing this single-handedly,
Mm.
because it's his film, it was his vision, it was his baby, which all the films that he did that took us there. So I think I see a lot of. I wish these commercial over the top films don't stop, because that is something that I also enjoy as an audience. So
Mm.
they should not stop. I feel like we should be a mixed bag. We're already a mixed bag, which I'm very happy about. One thing is that I wish some films like this come in the future, is that me talalo, like in your perspective of a woman, but గురించి సినిమా తీయకుండా what actually is a woman గురించి సినిమా తీస్తే.
సో విమెన్ సెంట్రిక్ వస్తే ఇంకా
Women
బాగుంటుంది.
centric don't always mean it's like supporting women or showing women in the right light. Just because you put a female lead, that doesn't mean that film is actually doing justice to women. Everyone is flawed, not just women. Every human being is flawed. Who's perfect? They're not God. Sometimes I don't even know, like, some gods are also flawed. Some, if you read, when they also have flaws, how can what is your perception of a perfect woman? Someone who's never been in a relationship, someone who's never had her heart broken, someone who always in the righteous path. అంటే అది పుట్టడమే నేను తప్పులు చేయను నా జీవితంలో అని పుడుతుందా? How can it be? That's not what a woman is. Everything, like how a man is everything, woman is also everything. If you show like that and make an entertaining script, that is something that I want to see.
వెన్ విల్ వి సీ అ ఫుల్ ఫ్లెజ్డ్ హీరోయిన్, ఫుల్ లీడ్ రోల్లో నిహారికని
Uh, let's manifest it.
మేనిఫెస్టెడ్?
Yeah, definitely. It's not, acting is something that's always been my first love. As a hosting was never in my plan. Production was never in my plan. From the get-go, I always wanted to be an actor, because I liked stepping into the shoes of another character. Like, that is what I loved about acting. If that situation came to me, how would I behave? That is something that I always really enjoyed about acting. That is something that never left me, the love for acting. I'll definitely do it, but I do also want to do something that's worthwhile.
సో యూ స్పోక్ అబౌట్ నెపోటిజం మల్టిపుల్ టైమ్స్,
Yeah.
బట్ అగైన్ చాలా మందికి ఎలా ఉంటుందంటే ఈజీ
Hmm.
ఎంట్రీ ఈజీ అయిపోతుంది అని చెప్పి. సో అలా అనుకుంటున్న వాళ్ళకి, అలా అనుకుంటున్న క్రిటిక్స్ కి వాట్ యూ వాంట్ టు సే?
Critics, I agree with you. Entry is easy. Sustaining is not easy. Sustaining is not easy for anyone. Not just in our industry, in every film industry, you can see that sustaining, even as an actor or whoever, as a successful film person, even if you come from a great line of actors or film people, it's not easy. You should have it in 100%. And actually, there's more pressure, because from your first film only, they'll be like, for me also, Okmansu was my first film. Now when I look back at it, I'm like, maybe it's not like that good acting also. But it was my first film. I was 20 years old. That's a character that it's not actually me. Actually, like, it's something, it's a character that I aspired, like, oh, very, very like utter femininity. I really liked that. So when I see it now, I'm like, that's not such great acting also. But for me, for a 20-year-old, for me, I gave it my 100%. I know how much I worked for that film. I know how much homework and hard work I did for that film. But then when people saw it, they're like, she comes from Chiranjeevi's family. How can she act this bad in her first film? I just entered little. Our leverage ఉంటుంది కదా, that space that probably new actors have, that I feel like nepo babies don't have.
నెపో బేబీస్ కి ఎక్స్పెక్టేషన్స్ చాలా ఉంటాయి. అంటే దే ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ దట్ ఇట్స్ ఇన్ యువర్ డిఎన్ఏ యాక్టింగ్.
ఫిల్మ్ ఫ్యామిలీస్ నుంచి వచ్చిన వాళ్ళకి బార్ చాలా హై ఉంటుంది. ఈవెన్ ఫర్ ఎనీ అదర్ ఇండస్ట్రీ ఫర్ దట్ మ్యాటర్, ఇఫ్ యూ కమ్ ఫ్రమ్ లైక్ a family that has great politicians, like great orators and all of that, in the first couple of the years, if you are trying to get a hang of it, they'll be like, like, his dad is so great, his granddad is so great, how can he not know how to deal with it? Space, they won't give them the space to learn, to grow. ఇమీడియట్ గా పుట్టడమే ఇట్లా సూపర్ స్టార్ పుట్టాలి వాళ్ళకి.
సో విల్ డూ అ ర్యాపిడ్ ఫైర్.
యా,
వెల్కమ్ టు ర్యాపిడ్ ఫైర్.
థ్యాంక్ యూ.
ఒకవేళ మీ
Hmm.
ఫ్యామిలీతో ఒక రియాలిటీ షో పెడితే దాని టైటిల్ ఏముంటుంది? కొణిదెల కురుక్షేత్రం, కీపింగ్ అప్ విత్ కొణిదెలాస్.
Hey, keeping up with Cornedelas, that's superb. I love it.
సో వాట్ ఈస్ దట్ వన్ గాసిప్ మీ
Hmm.
ఇంట్లో మనిషి ఎవరైనా బయటకు వచ్చి చెప్పాలి అంటే ఏమిటా సీక్రెట్?
బేసిక్ గా మా ఇంట్లో చేసేటప్పుడు ఫస్ట్ నేనే అనుకుంటారు చెప్పింది. ఇప్పుడు నేను నిజంగానే చెప్పాను అనుకోండి, నాకు 4 కాల్స్ వస్తాయి. ఇప్పుడు ఇట్స్ ఓకే, లెట్స్ కీప్ దిస్. నా గురించి చెప్తాను ఏదన్నా మరి.
ఇఫ్ అ డైరెక్టర్ మేడ్ అ ఫిల్మ్ కాల్డ్ ద రియల్ నిహారిక, విచ్ యాక్టర్ షుడ్ ప్లే దట్ రోల్ అండ్ వై?
మీ, బికాస్ ఐఎమ్ ద రియల్ నిహారిక.
అంతేనా?
ఆఫ్ కోర్స్
ఇంకెవరైనా చేస్తారు కదా యూజువలీ మన స్టోరీ.
నేనే చేస్తా. చిన్నప్పుడు
ఏంటంటే?
క్యారెక్టర్ అంటే ఏఐ, ఓల్డ్ అన్న ఏఐ.
ఏఐ. ట్రాఫిక్ హైదరాబాద్ అంటే ఆబ్వియస్లీ ట్రాఫిక్ ఎంతో కొంత ఉంటుంది. ఒక్క కజిన్, మీ కజిన్ తో స్టక్అప్ అయిపోతే హూస్ దట్ వన్ కజిన్
వాయో, చరణ్ అన్న.
యూ వాంట్ టు బీ విత్ చరణ్ అన్న?
Yes.
ఎందుకలా?
చరణ్ టైం మర్చిపోతాడు కాబట్టి.
రియలీ?
ఇఫ్ హీస్ బిజీ హీ యాక్చువల్లీ గివ్స్ అ లాట్ ఆఫ్ టైం. బట్ చరణ్ బిజీ కాకుండా దొరకడం కష్టం కాబట్టి ట్రాఫిక్ లో నాతో పెట్టేసుకుంటా.
ఇఫ్ యువర్ లైఫ్ హ్యాడ్ అ బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ స్కోర్, వాట్ సాంగ్ ప్లేస్ వెన్ యూ ఎంటర్ అ రూమ్?
ఎక్కువ తొలిమెట్టు.
నరసింహ.
No, no. Actually, this is one song.
తొలిమెట్టు ఎప్పుడో
అది
ఎక్కేసి.
జిమ్ లో నేను జిమ్ లో నా సాంగ్ అది. నిహారిక ఉందిగా నా పేరు మీద పాట.
సూపర్.
ఏ రూమ్ ఎంటర్ అయినా నాకు అదే పాట పెడతారు కాబట్టి అదే పెట్టుకోండి.
హూస్ మోర్ డ్రామాటిక్ యాక్టర్ డ్యూరింగ్ ఎమోషనల్ సీన్స్?
ఎంత కావాలంటే అంతే యాక్ట్ చేస్తారు డైరెక్టర్ ని బట్టి.
డిప్లొమాటిక్ ఆన్సర్ అంటారు దీన్ని. సరే, అండ్ టు ఆల్ ద గర్ల్స్ అవుట్ దేర్, వాట్ ఇస్ దట్ యు వాంట్ టు టెల్?
Believe your gut, because as women we have a very strong like womb, all of that. This area is very strong
Gut
because
feeling.
we're born to, our bodies are born to mother. Our bodies are made to bring life. So I feel like when we have a gut feeling, we should really believe it. Some people don't trust themselves, so they don't believe it. I was also one of that person. I never believed my gut feeling, but looking back, it would have helped me a lot if I actually believed in my gut.
So thank you so much, Niha. Wonderful
you.
talking to you. All the best.
Thank you.
Thank you.
మనం అదిరిపోయే బట్టలు వేసుకొని కిరాకున్నావు మామ. చాందా 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 బోల్ రే. క్వాలిటీ బెస్ట్, బెస్టర్, బెస్టెస్ట్, రేట్ తక్కువ, తక్కువెస్ట్. పండగ కాకపోయినా KLM లో ప్రతిరోజు పండగే. 365 days ఆఫర్స్.